Hiya guys, Spectre here, welcome back to some more Total War Warhammer 3. This is the start of my Ungrim Iron Fist campaign, and we'll be basically having armies entirely of the Slayers. Because now they've added in finally the Dragon Slayer and Demon Slayer, something I think they should have added in personally with Thorek Ironbrow, being that he's a traditionalist and all that. I've started building the barley field, growth, always get your growth building first. And with you've got too many buildings, you can only build one or the other. Always build this one. Build this one until you've got a vast amount of Oath Gold, and then you can just start building that one if you want to. Because you want the Oath Gold because you use it for a lot of your stuff. Buying your technologies, being able to buy your magical items when your forge becomes available. You need it for a lot of stuff. So, I'm going to try and keep these parts shorter than any other campaign I've had before. So we're going to get straight into it, and if there's any parts you want me to cut out, like tech trees, stuff like that, you'll have to let me know. Because I'm trying to offer something new with this for you guys.
To die in battle.
Occupy that. Now initially you can't get the Slayers you need. You've got to take the Slayers you can get. I'm going to keep these in temporarily because I have to at the moment, unfortunately. This guy's a runesmith, so he's going to be a scout. He won't be staying in the army. Oops. What am I doing here? Scout 1, there we go. So he's going to be a scout. I need him there temporarily, but he's going to be a scout. Oh, can we recruit Dragon Slayer? We can recruit Dragon Slayer. Let's get Finbar.
Dragon Slayer.
We'll have him. He can go in the army. And we're going to have basically... We're going to be mixing and matching sort of a little bit our army. We're going to basically be building... or sort of say recruiting. We're going to be having Doomseekers, which are your anti-infantry slayers. And then Giant Slayers for your anti-large. Because both are armor piercing. You know, most Slayers aren't bad to begin with. But they're not armor piercing. And Giant Slayers are just better against large targets. So if you come against something that's large and armoured, you might actually beat regular Slayers. They'll get more damage, but they won't be armor piercing. You need Giant Slayers for that job. So you want a mix of both of those two units. So our armies basically are going to be entirely infantry, as dwarf armies pretty much are anyway, to be fair. I'm not going to be recruiting any of the other new weird ones, like the Thunder Barge. I don't want firing. We're going to go all melee as Slayers as supposed to. That's why I'm not a big fan of Malachi being chosen as a lord. Malachi doesn't lead armies. They need to like read the books on that. And then I'm not bothered about these Slayer pirates. I'm really not. That doesn't interest me at all. I've got the units that I want. But basically I can have an entire army of Unbreakable. The only one in there that won't be a dwarf will be Felix when I get Gotrek and Felix. And they will both be in the same army. Gotrek and Felix will be together, but Felix can get the Unbreakable trait, so you can make it so he won't break. So at least he will have that same trait as the Slayers, essentially. He will be the only exception to the rule. I was asked years ago beforehand, why did I do a full Slayer Ungrim Iron Fist campaign? I didn't want to because they were missing key units of Slayers. Now those key units of Slayers have arrived, I'm more than happy to. Because now I can actually have a Slayer Lord leading an army with a Slayer hero in the army. And you can get Garagrim as well, which is Ungrim's father. So I can have them have father and son fight side by side. Something I know that from the lore, Garagrim would have loved. He would love to fight alongside his dad.
Dragon's Bane. Plenty to do. Aye. Move! Nothing to do here. Let's go. To die in battle. The Slayer in me seeks
Just get me a couple more of them, and then they're fully healed as well, and then we're going to go and take that out from him. We're not at war with him yet, but you can bet your arse we are going to be. And this is how the new system works, which I prefer. This one's not as bad, this is the worst one, which is basically you lose 15 growth, which you can control, because dwarves can get loads of growth, and you lose 2 control, which again you can also easily control, because I think you get... Is this the control building? Yeah. So you can get 6 from a town, and you can get 10 from a city. So you can get a load, and you get 40 growth from that building as well. You know, you're not going to beat in a negative. And basically, factions that do things against the dwarves, they just build up more grudges, so you can fill up this bar and get better positives. So I do prefer this a hell of a lot to the old system. The old system was absolute arse. Now this timer is a bit short considering it's an Age of Reckoning. And an Age of Reckoning is something that would occur over the course of like 100 years. Not 15 turns. But I don't mind it because the negative effects of the small ones aren't that impactful anymore. It used to be that you lost a lot more control and you lost relations with other dwarven factions, so you could end up going to other dwarves. I think what C was missing there were dwarves actually respect another dwarf that maintains a grudge. Even if you don't fully strike it off, there's like dozens of volumes of the Great Book of Grudges. There's only been one completed, I think, and that's by Thorgrim. You know, if the dwarves didn't like each other for holding a grudge, fucking hell, dwarves would be killing each other left, right, and centre.
One rag. One rag. Gosh, then. Anad. It is time. Aye, but the axe of Dargo demands blood.
Let's take them out. I think they're down here as well, aren't they? Yeah, they're down there. Let's get rid of them. The thing on this campaign, a lot of varied things can happen to you, so you do have to be careful. Because you can have Manfred give you peace, it can also declare war on you. It can be that kind of arsehole. These can go to war with you. For some stupid goddamn reason, I don't know why. You can have Drycha get involved. Drycha comes out of the mountains. Usually she's attacking Azag, but she can come for you as well. So many annoying things can happen. So sometimes you can just get a bad start, but usually it happens when I'd probably say the first 20 or 30 turns. So with that in mind, you can, if need be, you can restart your campaign, start again, and it not have had much impact. Because you won't have had that many turns. Or spend that much time. What are we losing here? Yeah, fuck it. The Slayers, they're meant to die in battle.
grow restless. Pray I meet with Grimnir. I must fulfill my Slayer oath.
Oh, we're globally recruiting them? What? Okay, apparently. That's a thing. No, we'll have to recruit. Let's make the dwarf warriors for the meantime.
Anad, the Slayer in me seeks death.
Just for the meantime, while we get our shit sorted. This is just what you've got to do sometimes. Oh, the hero almost died.
Agreed. I've cast the runes.
Whoa, where the hell did that lot come from? Right, he's running off up there. Okay.
Yes, rune of swift stride. Ah, to die in battle. Ready. One rag.
In fact, no. Two more. And see, the other thing you would be careful of as well is this is how much replayability this game's got is which direction you go. You come this way, you can end up in War with Skarsnik earlier on. You go this way, you can take out Azag, but then Chaos Dwarves usually come down here and take this. So if you go and take that early on, you can end up over the Chaos Dwarves. It depends on how you want to fight your campaign and who you want to fight with, but you can't fight everybody at once. You need to get your economy going first. You need to expand, but expand at a rate where you can defend what you've taken. If you expand too far too fast, you'll leave your the land basically you control, the settlements and towns, open to being taken from another angle where all you've got is your garrisons defending it. And bear in mind, dwarves aren't cheap. Even slayers, funnily enough, which is odd considering all they seek is death, so they can get a position in the afterlife.
I am the Slayer King.
Right, he's buggered off up there.
My vows will be satisfied with this. I must fulfill my Slayer
In
oath.
fact,
Very well.
no, we'll stay here for the time being, bugger it. Yeah, there's some points where you're going to have to be careful on where you choose to move with it. It's chess, not checkers. As I've always said, you've got to be really, really careful on what you do in some cases. And I think, have I got my thing off? Oh no, I haven't. So this is something that you can do, is go in and turn off your thingy. I actually don't mind the Lords being on. I'll put that on medium because they're neutral. Or in fact, no, is it allied? No, put allied on medium, put neutral on high. Because neutral factions can also become an enemy. But basically, you'd want to turn the camera off on heroes. It's just... yeah, you don't need to see too much where your allies' armies move. A little bit, but not to a massive amount. See if I can get anything from these western provinces.
I have the honor of meeting the Iron Dragon.
Go.
I suppose.
So then I go to war with his enemies that are nowhere near me, and I get a trade agreement with him. That does me. Fucking hell. Is it moving here? There we go.
I grow restless.
A lot of the Slayers met their doom. Normal Slayers, though, aren't that special. Need those armor piercing boys, what you need. If I'd have fought that battle, it'd have taken too long, and there's a small chance I could have lost it. Because although regular Slayers don't break, they have no armour, and they can be easily killed. Where your Slayers can get 10% physical at rank 7, which we're not going to be anywhere near getting yet. Your Doomseekers, though, have this... well, one... Doomseekers are kind of weird, because they're kind of like monstrous infantry. So if you look at your Giant Slayers, they've got 80 entities in a unit. Well, your regular Slayers think have got... oh, they've got 80 as well. I thought they had 100. They've got 80. So they've both got 80. But your Doomseekers have only got 32. That's closer to that of Monstrous Infantry. Not quite, because Monstrous Infantry I think are 16. But they're not far off. But they've also got this little ability here. Wards of Grimnir. So they can get up to a 20% ward save. And that's increased with each kill the unit makes. So the more things the unit kills, the bigger that ward save gets. And it lasts for the entire battle. And then you've got things like your hit points to 20%, they get more damage. They've got the Whirlwind of Death Vortex ability. That, by the way, doesn't hurt your own troops. It just hurts the enemies. And it says here, Slayer units can never have the weapon strength reduced during a battle. Now, I don't know if that means because of spells. Because technically they lose weapon strength when they're tired. But they haven't got perfect vigour. So I don't know, it's kind of weird. I don't fully understand that one myself.
The Slayer in me seeks death.
Although you can get some nasty units with the Ungrim here, because it reduces the cost of them. That further reduces the cost, so you're getting like 45% off already. Journey's End. Entities cannot die with hit points greater than 75%, which makes your Slayers incredibly hard to kill in the battles. And then you've got a whole bunch of things here. When you add Garrogrim into it as well, Garrogrim is like the pinnacle Dragon Slayer hero, essentially.
I am the Slayer King.
Yeah, fuck it, why not? Let's do it. Let's do it. That should get our first research done, I think.
slain.
Azag. Yeah. See, sometimes you can go ages and he won't even declare war on you. And he might end up in war with Drycha or Kislev. But sometimes it depends, it can go the other direction. Well, at least they're taking them on. They've taken them, yes. Right, okay, that's fine. It's fine being at war with Azag. I don't mind that at all. That I mind. That's not a orc, that's a vampire. With undeady boys.
To die in battle. Moving. I'm moving.
With that.
It is time. I must fulfill my Slayer oath.
Yeah, and you get these things as well. Weapon strength. Missile resistance for your Slayers is also really good. Because obviously that's one thing they're definitely weak to. More casualty replenishment and more upkeep reduction are also really awesome benefits. Some more replenishment there as well. Because again, one of the things is you've got a melee army, and you've got a melee army that's both slow for the most part and low in armour. So you're going to need recovery. You need casualty replenishment with all melee armies. They all need to have a high amount of that because they need to be able to recover after a battle in 1 or 2 turns at the most. If it's longer than that, you haven't got enough replenishment. They need to recover fast because they're always going to take a lot of damage compared to ranged armies. Right, I'm going to leave this first part here. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, leave a like. If you're new around here, please subscribe, and I will catch you guys all in the next video. Take care, everyone, and have a great day.